Yeah. 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 We rolling deep across our 10 in the dirty south where the rivers blend from Lake Charles to Baton Rouge. We riding with the Saints under them southern skies. We hustle hard, ain't no time to stop. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's Are we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud. With every beat we bring the heat, hear the crowd. From Houston streets to Lafayette, Low McNeese. Right, let the raging cages flow. DJ Dirty South, turn it up loud. Marking our vibes, yeah, we make our proud. Get on the bus, we coming alive. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's Are we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud.
Well, good evening. What up, everybody? Welcome back to another live edition of On The Go right here on Driving to the Top Productions. I'm your host, Marky Mark himself. Dirty South is back in the building on this hump day. It's May 6, 2026. What's up, everybody? How we doing today? You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on X at DirtySouthENT_. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, On The Go. You can find on X, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth. This show, of course, is presented by POGGERS, the official vitamin supplement, and Rogue Energy, the official gaming drink of On The Go. Pick your poison. Poggers.shop, RogueEnergy.com, or download the Rogue Energy app on any mobile device. There's the promo code right there, OTG, to get 10% off of your order. Hope you're enjoying. We are now in the month of May. Summer is right around the corner. How are we feeling about this? I'm ready for it, but I ain't ready for swamp ass. I can tell you that. Oh, we in for a good one tonight. I'm actually in a decent mood for some of these teams I'm talking tonight, and we're not gonna waste any time. Let's get this started in the 713. I'm repping them for the second week in a row. Y'all have made me happy. Y'all have made me proud. We're going to start with you guys. Let's go ahead and take it to the 713 and jump straight to some Dynamo talk. Let's go. All right, we are kicking off tonight with Dynamo Talk, where I'm talking the Houston Dynamo. And let me just say, I am so proud of you guys. You now have a little win streak going on here. You've now won 2 in a row. And it started, what was it, a week? It was like a week ago today. Y'all had a U.S. Cup Open matchup with Louisville City. You guys went into extra timing and got the win. Y'all won 2-1. And this meant a lot to me. It meant a lot. In that matchup, y'all dominated this game. I think this might have been one of the most dominant matchups of the whole season, and it wasn't even an MLS matchup. It was for the U.S. Cup Open. 71.3% possession, 10 shots on goal, 22 shot attempts, 12 fouls, 2 yellow cards, 10 corner kicks, and 2 saves in that one. 2 points scored in this game in 89 minutes of play. Eric Svechkino said it right. Hit a header from the center of the box to the bottom left corner, assisted by Hector Herrera himself. And then in extra timing, 101 minutes of play in extra timing, Ezekiel Ponce hit a left-footed shot from the center of the box to the bottom left corner, once again assisted by Hector Herrera, the heart and soul of that Dynamo team. Woo, get back. Get back. Get back. Got a win over a much-needed team. Fuck Louisville City. wannabe French New Orleans motherfuckers there wearing our colors, rocking that fleur-de-lis. Nah, nobody do that better than New Orleans. Louisville just need to focus on two things they known for. They need to focus on working on baseball bats and Colonel Sanders. KFC, I'd rather that shit than Louisiana fried chicken. One thing about them, hillbilly, inbred Duck Dynasty bitch and overall wearing nipple piercing, corn-fed motherfuckers in Kentucky, they know how to fry some chicken. But obviously not in Louisiana. And I ain't talking about Popeyes. Popeyes still the shit. Louisiana fried chicken, whoever started that shit, hell no. Leave it to the experts. And make it some more slugger bats while you're at it. That's what y'all need to stick to. Dynamo now in the quarterfinals. I think they announced who they're playing. I think they just announced it. They're playing. It's St. Louis, and no, not the St. Louis. Not the St. Louis team in MLS. There's a St. Louis team. That's in. Well, actually, that is the St. Louis team. I think all the teams they have left is MLS. I think Louisville City was the only one that almost was close to advancing. But I need to see a bracket. Like, let me see if I can pull a bracket up real quick. But hey, they moving on. I would love if they could win another. Let's see. The Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Okay, here we go. 2026. I might as well recap like what else happened and whatnot. Let's see. All right. Quarterfinals as of right now. Got Houston Dynamo taking on. It's all MLS teams left. Yeah, it's all down to that now. These were the round of 16 matchups that won. Atlanta beat Charlotte 2-0. San Jose beat Minnesota 4-2. NYCFC beat the Red Bulls 3-1. Orlando beat the Revolution 4-3. This was a MLS, whatever that. What is that freaking league they have? What's that league called? The USL Championship League, or basically it's just the United Soccer League. That's what they call it. USL versus MLS. But yeah, back to where I was left off. So yeah, there were actually, I think there were just two teams left from that league, and that was Knoxville and Louisville. Knoxville lost to Columbus 4-1. St. Louis beat Chicago 2-1. Dynamo beat Louisville 2-1, and then Colorado beat Colorado. Oh, the other one was Colorado Springs. So they had three teams left in that other league, and they got eliminated. So it's all strictly MLS. So the Dynamo is going to play St. Louis in the quarterfinals May 19th or the 20th. I think their game's May 19th, with Colorado playing the Earthquakes, Orlando playing Atlanta, and the Columbus Crew playing NYCFC. That's the remaining left in the U.S. Open Cup. But back to the Dynamo, they went back in MLS play this past Saturday. They got a victory over Colorado, 1-0. So now the Dynamo have improved to 5 wins, 0 draws, 5 losses. They're 8th in the West. They're playing a lot better, and I can't be more proud. But in their game against Colorado, this was, this was also at the. Was this at the Shell? I think it was. Yeah, this was also at the Shell. That's why I called the show Hell in the Shell. They've been raising hell at home. Another home win, but 39.3% possession. Really not that good, but it's okay. 5 shots on goal, 9 shot attempts, 11 fouls, 3 yellow cards, 6 corner kicks, and 2 saves. The only goal scored in 72 minutes of play, Lawrence Anali hit a right-footed shot from the outside of the box to the top left corner following a corner kick. So, big win for the Dynamo. Big win streak going on. I hope they can continue it, because I think this next opponent is pretty tough. Yeah, they are. They're in the top 5 in the West. They got LAFC on the road this Sunday. They're not going to play Saturday. They're going to play Sunday, May 10th on Mother's Day. 8 p.m. start time for us on Apple TV. So good way to end Mother's Day. Hopefully that the Dynamo can win 3 in a row and get over that tough LAFC team. That's going to be a tough one, but I think they can get it done. But hey, they're doing fantastic so far. I've actually been enjoying them, and I hope they can keep this ball rolling, because I've been enjoying every bit of them. All right, well, we'll keep the H-Town talk going. We'll go ahead and take it from the shell to the ice box. Let's go ahead and do some Astros talk right about now. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Astros Talk, where we talk Houston Astros baseball. And right now, kind of this season, they're like this. Despite all the injuries, how bad the bullpen's been, they can sure hit the ball. But let's talk about their last couple series here. And you know what? And I can't believe I didn't update this shit, but I think the last time I came on the air, we talked about their series with the Orioles, but I didn't put up their numbers with the Red Sox. I didn't update the numbers, but hey, they've won a series against the Red Sox. They played them twice, but out of all the games they've played total, I think they played a total of 6 or 7 games. They swept them at Daikin. They did go to Fenway this past weekend. They dropped the first game 3-1, but ended up winning the series. They won game 2 6-3 and won the final game 3-1. But currently, right now, this series actually just wrapped up. They hosted the defending back-to-back World Series champions in the LA Dodgers, and let me tell you, I was hoping they had a shot towards the end because, it started pretty bad. Game 1, they fell 8-3. They did get game 2 with a win last night. They beat them 2-1, but earlier today, we're up 2-0, and then out of nowhere, the Dodgers just 12 runs out of nowhere, and Dodgers ended up winning the game 12-2. But I didn't get all the full numbers yet, but will tell you in all 3 games, the hitting crew has had a total of 7 runs, 15 hits, 6 RBIs, 4 home runs, 2 walks, and struck out 32 times, while the pitching crew allowed 33 hits, 20 errors, 14 walks, 26 strikeouts, and 5 home runs against the Dodgers. Yeah, the pitching was pretty rough, but I didn't expect nothing less. I'm actually shocked we got a win and did not get swept. Jason, if you watching, shout out, man. You won this series. We swept y'all last year during 4th of July weekend, and y'all kind of bounced back. We did get 1 win, but y'all managed to get 2 out of 3. Let's see some current numbers as of right now before we move forward. A couple of team leaders. Jordan is leading in batting average this season. Batting average is .319. He's also leading in home runs this season with 12. Christian Walker is leading in RBIs this season with 27. And plus, Jordan is this name across the board. His OPP this season, he leads with .423 and a total of 45 hits this season, the most than any other player in 2026. That's the stat numbers right now. But coming up for the Astros, they're going to be back on the road this weekend. They go to Cincinnati, play the Cincinnati Reds Friday, May 8th at 5:10, Saturday, May 9th at 3:10, and Sunday, May 10th at 12:40. Let's see who we got on the mound for the Astros coming up. Game 1, we got Mike Burrows taking on Nick Lodolo. So far this season, Mike Burrows is 1-4 as a starter. His ERA 5.97. So far, he's allowed 49 hits. He threw 36 strikeouts. He allowed 13 walks and 8 home runs as a starter. So far, Game 2, we got Spencer Arguetti versus Chase Burns. And Spencer Arguetti is undefeated as a starter. And even though they're not a favorite, can imagine they pull this off. His ERA as a starter, 1.96. Good numbers there. He's only allowed 16 hits and he had 25 strikeouts, 14 walks, and he only had 1 home run as a starting pitcher. Not bad. Then Sunday, we got Cody Bolton versus Andrew Abbott. Andrew's probably going to be the favorite, but Bolton only his second start as an Astro. His ERA is 4.63. In just that one game, he allowed 12 hits. He threw 14 strikeouts, allowed 9 walks and 1 home run as a starter. Kind of numbers are not that great, but we'll see what happens there. Following that, then they got a 4-game series with the Seattle Mariners when we get into next week's show, which I plan on recording on Tuesday, May the 12th at 9 p.m. So we'll probably have just one game played already. The other one will be going on as we speak. But that's what we got coming up for the Houston Astros, and that's all I got right now for Astros talk. We're going to continue the talk throughout H-Town, and we're going to move it to Toyota one last time for now, because this will be the season finale of Light the Fuse until next season. Let's take it away. All right, one last time until the start of next season. This is Light the Fuse, where I talk Houston Rockets basketball, and I'm just going to go off a limb and say I am not surprised with how this came about. For a second when this series started with the Lakers, I was very excited we were going to get Kevin Durant versus LeBron James in the first round of the playoffs. Turns out we really, really didn't get that at all. Despite KD's injuries, he barely played in this series. I think he might have only played one game, I can recall, during this whole shenanigans. I don't know. I just know it was not our series. Once I found out about KD getting hurt, I knew then and there that was it right there. So game, I'm pulling up game 1 just to see if he did play at all or not in this series. No, Kevin Durant has not played a single game this series. That just explains. Yeah, he did not play at all. We thought he was going to come back game 6, but he did not. So when I got the report, this was 2 weeks ago when we got the report. They didn't play game 1 till April 19th, a couple 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I got the report that he was hurt, I had a feeling this was going to happen. But now people are shit-talking him, shit-talking Şengün. They want to change. They want the coach fired. Let's put it this way. Don't point fingers at Şengün. Şengün played his fucking ass off this series. Jabari Smith, you need to point fingers at him. He played like shit in this whole series. Kevin Durant, we're going to be stuck with him for another year. Remember, he's got a 2-year contract worth $90 million. Unless they buy his second half out, but I think he's going to stay one more year. But when they signed him back in the last summer, I was so hyped to see him play as a Rocket. My favorite, at the time, outside of Michael Jordan, my favorite player in this current era. I followed this man from OKC to freaking Golden State to Brooklyn to Phoenix. Unfortunately, Phoenix. And then to come to H-Town, a team I love so much outside the Pelicans. Thinking, great, my favorite player is going to come play for one of my teams. First year, regular season, I thought was great. But then all the injuries come in the postseason, and then this was all LeBron, mainly. Yeah, Lakers were up 3-0. Then the Rockets won 2 straight. I said, man, that'd have been some shit if we'd have got it to 7 games and the Rockets beat the Lakers after leading a 3-0 lead in the series. Didn't go that way. I really didn't even enjoy watching it. I had to go be a guest. Shout out to all those guys Talking On It Network. If I said it right. No, not Talking On. Come On In Sports Network. Can't believe I got the name wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting used to y'all. I enjoyed y'all's company on Friday. I'm looking forward to being back with y'all, and y'all come collab with me in the future. Yeah, shout out. Go follow all those guys on Come On In Sports Network. 98-78 loss to the Lakers. That wrapped up their 2026 season. Now puts their overall record at 52-30. Hold on a sec. Anyhow, I was reading something. It just wasn't their night. 35% field goal percentage. Field goal percentage, 35%. 3-point percentage, 18%. Couldn't shoot threes to save their life. Now, on the line, yeah, they were 71% free throw percentage. Okay, that's not bad. 45 rebounds, 13 assists, 6 steals, 9 blocks, 14 total turnovers, 8 fast break points, 44 points in the paint, 23 fouls. Amin Thompson led in that game with 18 points. He also had 3 assists and 2 turnovers in that game. Jabari Smith led in rebounds with 12, and he ended the night with 9 points. Tari Eason had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Shangoon, 17 points, 11 rebounds. I think Amin Thompson even led an assist with 3. If he only had 3 assists, they were playing shit offense, I can tell you that. But my hopes were gone. This wrapped up their season. I thought maybe we could have saw a miracle. And then they got ready to play the OKC Thunder, which they handled their business with the Lakers. I'll get an update on the NBA playoffs in a bit. But until then, until the NBA draft comes up, that'll be the next time you might get like some special editions of Light the Fuse. But until then, I'll be looking forward to doing it all over again when we get ready for the 2026-2027 NBA season. I'll be back to not only talk Rockets basketball, once again, same thing with the New Orleans Pelicans. Hopefully they can clean house and get a better coaching staff and players that want to play, and then I can bring back another edition to take flight. But until then, this will wrap up the 2025-2026 edition of Light the Fuse. I enjoyed talking Rockets basketball season, but it wasn't their night. When KD got hurt, I lost hope of them trying to at least get back to the NBA Finals or at least the Western Conference Final. So that's going to officially wrap up my talk with the Houston Rockets for the time being until about the NBA draft comes up in like, a month or two. But they usually do the NBA draft not long after the finals. So it's like at the end of June or early July, they do the NBA draft. I forgot. Well, that's probably the next time you see this overlay again of the Toyota Center, courtesy of ChatGPT. But we'll wrap up the H-Town talk with a little recap of the UFL and the Houston Gamblers. Let's just say this. Right now, the only team satisfying me right now in H-Town is the Dynamo. Astros are kind of back and forth. Rockets let me down. Houston Cougars are doing their off-season stuff. I'm going to be ready to watch the Houston Cougars again on the football field and on the basketball court. But the worst team in H-Town right now has to be the Houston Gamblers. Remember, the week prior, you got your second win of the season beating the Columbus Aviators. I'm thinking, okay, not bad. Let's do it again the following week. What do? You blow it. You blow the second meeting 24-17. You're now 2-4 this season. And why do I even care? I haven't really watched this fucking league all season. The way they're playing right now, they only got, 4 more games left, and then I don't have to worry about the Gamblers no more. Tua Tagovailoa starting again. He went 6 for 10, threw 65 passing yards. He threw 1 touchdown pass. He actually threw it to Lawrence Keys. I'll get to that in a bit. Nolan Anderson went 5 for 6 in passing, 38 passing yards. He did lead in rushing. He had 2 carries for 36 yards. Their run game was really not that great. Jalen White had 6 carries for 17 yards. Marcus Major, same 4 carries for 17 yards, and he also had a rushing touchdown. But Lawrence, they can throw the ball, I can say that. Lawrence Keys led receiving, 2 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. But on offense, 17 total carries for 82 total rushing yards. Their run game is dog shit. Now, they can throw the ball. 11 total receptions for 103 total receiving yards. Defense, 73 total tackles, 49 solo, 5 tackles for a loss, 4 broken up passes. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, though. Let's see what we got for the UFL. Let's recap what happened week 6. We'll predict week 7. Battlehawks beat the Kings 16-3. Defenders beat the Renegades 24-6. And the Stallions. Stallions won a game. Holy shit. They ended the Storm's undefeated streak 20-17. Or was that their second loss? That was their second loss. My bad. All right, coming up, week 7 for the UFL. Friday night on Fox at 7, we got the Columbus Aviators taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks. I'm going with Battlehawks. Saturday, we got a doubleheader. At 12:30 on Fox, we got the Louisville Kings taking on the DC Defenders. I'm going with the Defenders, unfortunately. Saturday night at 7, we got the Dallas Renegades and the Birmingham Stallions, 2 teams I hate. But the best team in this got to be the Renegades, so I'm going with Dallas. And then Sunday afternoon, we wrap up the Orlando Storm taking on the Houston Gamblers. Don't bet on black because a storm's coming in H-Town, and I'm going to have to go with the Orlando Storm. I'm not satisfied with this team. They're dog shit. They're going to go 2-5. I'll be shocked if they win the game, by the way. Well, that's going to wrap up all my H-Town talk. Let's go ahead and take it to my neck of the woods and talk some college baseball and softball. Talk McNeese, Raging Cajuns, LSU. Let's go ahead and take it to the 337. Let's go.
I love to have a good time. I love to.
I keep forgetting that shit, man. Fucking ChatGPT can fuck up a wet dream. I love to have a good time. Well, anybody loves to have a good time, obviously. All right, we're doing 337 talk. We'll start with McNeese, baseball and softball. Get a rundown of what's going on right now with the Pokes. McNeese baseball currently 25-23 of the season, 13-14 in the Southland Conference, 14-14 at the Geaux, but their road record is 11-9. Let's see what happened this past weekend with the Pokes since last show. They went to Nacogdoches to play Stephen F. Austin. They won the series. They've won 2 out of 3. They won game 1 6-1. They dropped game 2 7-4, and they won the final game of that series 7-1. One more series left before they go into conference tournament play. They welcome the Demons of Northwestern State, and the series will start tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Plus, it's Throwback Thursday, and Bark in the Park. So, throwbacks, like, I don't know. I guess they're meaning like, I don't know if they're going by decades. It's Thursday, so you know they're going to have some beer deals. And Bark in the Park, I guess that means bring your pets, bring your dogs to the park to watch some baseball. Friday, Military Appreciation Night. We salute our fighting men and women. Friday night at 6 p.m. And then, of course, it's Senior Day. Plus, they're doing a Mother's Day giveaway on the very last home game of the regular season at 2 p.m. So you want to watch some good baseball. Weather might be in effect. Games could get postponed. So I know we're expecting some severe weather this weekend, but that's what we got for McNeese baseball right now. I know McNeese softball is currently playing in, I think they're in tournament play right about now, and I had a schedule up. And they've been kicking ass, I can tell you that. As of right now, while in conference tournament play, they are 38-19. There are half the tournaments played in Hammond, the other half is played in Lake Charles, and I think the rest of the tournament is going to be held here in Lake Charles. They're currently on a 3-game win streak right now. 25-9 at home, 12-9 on the road, 1-1 in a neutral site. So you go back to last Thursday. In the first round, they took on Stephen F. Austin. They beat them 5-4. And then I think it's best of 3 from there on. They took on Nichols. They swept Nichols 6-5 in game 1 and won game 2 7-6. Now they're playing Lamar, which I thought I had a picture of how the bracket's going. I think from here on out, it's a best out of 3. No, if I'm correct, I want to say this is the championship series. So McNeese and Lamar are actually playing in the finals. Whoever wins 2 out of 3 wins the Southland Conference tournament and punches their ticket in the playoffs. So go Cowgirls. Let's win another Southland Conference title. They will play Lamar. Game 1 is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Game 2, Friday, May 8th at 6. And if necessary, Game 3, Saturday, May 9th at 6 p.m. Let's go, Pokes. Let's get that win. Let's win another tournament and punch your ticket in the playoffs. All right, Raging Cajuns baseball. Actually, this is where I'm going to change the segment right here. That wraps up my Mike News talk. Let's now do this segment I call Baseball in Southwest Louisiana, where I talk Raging Cajuns and LSUE. All right, Raging Cajuns, 30-19 overall right now, 12-12 in the Sun Belt, 22-8 at the Teague, 8-11 on the road. So far, recently, they played Georgia State at home. They swept the Panthers, 14-1 in Game 1, 5-1 in Game 2, 4-3 in Game 3. Last night, they hosted Uno. The Privateers upsetted the Cajuns, beat them 9-6. And this weekend, they go on the road. They take on Appalachian State. By the way, most beautiful scenery in college baseball is Appalachian State. You see the beautiful trees. You see the mountains. They got one of the best views for a baseball stadium. Friday, May 8th, they'll play at 6. Saturday, May 9th at 3. Sunday, May 10th at 1. And then they'll have one more series left at home with Coastal Carolina, the runner-ups from last year, next weekend. That's what we got for the Cajuns. And then finally, LSU Eunice just wrapped up their regular season with an in-state rival, Nunez Community College, the Pelicans. They ended up only playing 2 games. Their first 2 games were canceled. I don't know if it was the weather or what, but they only played 2 games. They played Game 3 and 4. They won 11-2 and 8-3. It was actually a doubleheader. So their regular season record, 41-9, conference record 18-4, 30-6 at home, 11-3 on the road. And currently they're in the playoffs right now, which is being held in West Wego right now. They're going to be playing Baton Rouge Community College tomorrow night. I don't know if this is the conference they're in, Region 23, but whatever it is, I don't know if they're just doing playoffs. I don't know how these junior colleges do it these days, but they got their rivals again, Baton Rouge Community College. They're playing them tomorrow afternoon at 2. A win for them, they will move on to the NJCAA Division I South District Championship Series, which is the LCCAC Championship. What conference is this? I'm going to look this up. It don't say. LCCAC. Louisiana Community College's Athletic Conference? Okay, that makes more sense. The Louisiana Community College's Athletic Conference. That's not bad. And they're members of the NCAA Region 23, which is it used to be the Mississippi Louisiana Junior College Conference. Let's see what this is. So the region, NJCAA Region 23, consists of 2 conferences together, which is the LCCAC, I just said, and the MACCC, which is the Mississippi Association of Community and Junior Colleges. Okay, that makes more sense. So this conference that LSU is in, the LCCAC, it's them, Baton Rouge Community College, Delgado, Nunez, and Southern at Shreveport. Okay, so if that's the case, then LSUE, they're playing for the championship right here. You know, they basically won the LCCAC. Now they're trying to win. Yeah, they're trying to play for this. Then they go play for the Region 23 championship. Okay, makes more sense. So they won their state's conference title. They're the LCCAC conference champions. Okay. If they win, they won. I'm talking about. It's kind of like basketball. You got a regular season and then you got the tournament, or if they're just going by whoever wins the tournament, but they're heavy favorites. If they're just going by the tournament, they're going to play BRCC for it, and the winner of that is the conference champs. If they'd have did like basketball, they'd be both regular season and tournament champs. But I have faith in them. Go Bengals. Alma Mater's dominant, best baseball team in the state of Louisiana outside of LSU. All right, speaking of LSU, you see, I'm not pissed for once, said these guys. All right. Well, you know what? I feel good. Let's go ahead and take it to the 225 and talk some LSU baseball, shall we? And softball. All right, we're now in Tigerland, the 225. We're going to be talking LSU baseball and softball. We'll start with baseball because guess what? You actually satisfied me. You needed to win this series. Not only did you just win the series, you swept those dirty cocks of South Carolina, and you had me going through such pain and personal anguish.
And all this time I've been going through such pain and personal anguish. Such hell for nothing.
Even I say their season's over. I mean, they still got a long way to go, but they swept the Gamecocks. Hell, they're on a 4-game win streak right now. Can't be mad about that. They beat the Gamecocks. Game 1, they beat them 6-1. Game 2, they beat them 7-3. And Game 3, they shut them out 7-0. And then last night, they handled their business with Tulane. They beat Tulane 13-6. 4-game win streak right now. They're currently 29-21 overall. Their SEC record still not good. They're 9-15 in the SEC. Oh, and correction, did I say 4-game win streak? They're actually on a 5-game win streak. But they're 23-11 at the box. They're 3-10 on the road. So yeah, I forgot. They did. They're on a 5-game win streak. They did beat Southeastern before they swept South Carolina and got the win over Tulane. But what's next for the Tigers? Tough challenge. I lost count of how many more games they have to win to at least get a shot to play in the playoffs. But they got to play number 6 Georgia on the road. It's their final SEC road series of the season. They only got 2 series left. They got Georgia this weekend, and then next weekend they wrap up the regular season at the box against Florida, who's unranked. 5 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. Saturday, 2 p.m. on Sunday. That's what they got with Georgia. Let's look at some stats right now for LSU baseball. As of right now, current stats for the 2026 season. Before I get to some the SEC tournament softball talk here. I don't think the show's going to be as long. I might have this done in under an hour. Okay, any day now. All right, so in their last, so many games they played so far. They're 29-21. They played 50. So far, they played 50 games. The hitting crew so far this season had a total of 397 runs, 480 hits, 87 doubles, 7 triples, 80 home runs, 354 RBIs, 267 walks, 4 intentional walks. They were hit by a pitch 72 times. They struck out 385 times. They grounded into double play, 20. They grounded into double play 27 times, so the numbers have went up. 21 sacrifice flies, 16 sacrifice hits, 37 stolen bases, and they were caught stealing 12 times. Their batting at total batting average of the season as of right now, .286. Not bad. They can hit the ball. The pitching crew, which has been pretty damn wild all season. So in 50 games, LSU's pitching crew has allowed 372 hits, 282 runs, 243 errors, 236 walks. They struck out 592 batters, so they're 8 shy from 600. They've allowed 63 doubles, 2 triples, 52 home runs. They threw 77 wild pitches. They threw just still 1 balk. They hit 66 batters by pitch. They've allowed 9 intentional walks and allowed 13 saves, and their total ERA average of the season is 5.05. That's your numbers right now for LSU baseball. And what we got left for softball, I know while they're in SEC tournament play, I said they went 37-16 overall, 13-11 in the SEC, 28-5 at home, 8-7 on the road, 1-4 on a neutral site. I should have had the. I know they're currently playing Georgia right now, but I'm gonna pull the bracket up. I should have had a picture up, but I didn't. But I know they got a first round bye with Georgia. You know, the only teams that had to play in the first round was Missouri and Auburn. The winner would play A&M. Mississippi State and Kentucky, the winner would play Arkansas. And South Carolina and Ole Miss, those were your only first round games, and the winner of that would play Tennessee. So let's see what we got in the softball talk here. The softball tournament, I think, started Tuesday. So yeah, Auburn beat Missouri 6-2. So they're going to play A&M. Ole Miss beat South Carolina 2-0. So they're going to play Tennessee. Am I missing one? Oh, and Mississippi State beat Kentucky 4-3. They're going to play Arkansas. So let's see how the tournament looked today for the SEC. We had Auburn versus Auburn upsets A&M 11-8. Our first upset in the tournament. Scrolling down. I wish I can narrow it into categories. Arkansas beat Mississippi State 3-0. What else? Ole Miss upsets Tennessee 4-1. So that leaves LSU and Oklahoma. Oh, well, they got eliminated. Georgia beat LSU 7-3. So LSU's eliminated, but they possibly could still make the playoffs. But they got eliminated in the second round. They're done in SEC tournament play. All right, that does the talk for them. We'll just wait and see what happens there. And I think that's going to wrap up my talks on my teams real quick. So we're going to go ahead and get back on the bus. A couple more things left to talk, and we'll wrap this show up. Might have this done in under an hour. Let's fingers crossed on that one. All right, let's get an update on the NBA playoffs. I know I talked that the Rockets got eliminated in 6 games against the Lakers. So I know for sure on the Western side, we got the Thunder playing the Lakers. They just played the first game last night. I know that the Thunder got the win. Spurs and the Timberwolves are currently playing. Spurs are up leading 48-32 as of right now. Pistons lead the Cavs in the series 1-0. And the Knicks are leading the Sixers 2-0 in the NBA playoffs as of right now. And I think I know for sure on the Western Conference, I said Thunder, Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. I'm still sticking with that. I'm hoping the Thunder wins it in 5. Spurs probably win it in 5. I wish they would have swept them because, Anthony Edwards is out with an injury. Pistons, Cavs, I can see Pistons winning it in 6. And Knicks and Sixers, I thought this was going to go 7 games, but I would not be surprised if the Knicks sweep the Sixers. And I think I'm going to change it to 4 games now. So that's my update on the NBA playoffs. Let's look at the Stanley Cup playoffs before I do one more special topic. I I know my Vegas Golden Knights advanced in the series, beating the Mammoth. So they're currently playing right now. No score right now, but Vegas leads that series 1-0. On the other side of the West, we got the Avalanche and the Wild, which Colorado is up 2-0 in the series. They need 2 more wins to advance. I think they could sweep the Wild. While on the other side, we got the Hurricanes leading the Flyers 2-0. I could see the Carolina Hurricanes sweeping Philly. Sabres and the Canadiens. Buffalo, they just played their first game. Buffalo got the win. I could see this one maybe going 6 or 7 games, but I got the Buffalo Sabres winning it and keeping Canada out of winning a Stanley Cup for, 30-something straight time? You know, a team from Canada ain't won the Stanley Cup since, 93 was the last time? They're a sport they invented. They can't win shit. Oh, Canada, you suck at your own sport. You guys suck, especially the Oilers. So, I got Avs and the Golden Knights in the Western Conference Finals. Sabres and the Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's my prediction there. All right, one more thing before we wrap up. You know, we got a lot going on this weekend. You know, with it's graduation season coming up. So if you're graduating, if you're graduating high school, college, the military, trade school, any school, elementary, kindergarten, pre-K, whatever, congrats to the class of 2026. Congrats. Wish you best of luck in your future. Congrats to all the graduates. We also got, I know we got a shitty wrestling pay-per-view coming up, Backlash. I'm going to predict this weekend on my show, the Cajun Turnbuckle Podcast. We also got UFC 328 live in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. Let's quickly predict this real quick. I'm just going to run down. I'm going to run down the early preliminary card that's on Paramount Plus, UFC Fight Pass. No predictions for these, and I'm going to run the preliminary card for Paramount Plus and CBS. No predictions here. So let me just go ahead and get this clip done real quick, just so you know I'm going to say something wrong.
If one of y'all says some silly-ass name, this whole class is going to feel my wrath.
And if I get a name wrong, that will be me in my head. All right. Early pre-card on Paramount Plus and UFC Fight Pass. On the flyweight, we got Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. In the middleweight, we got Bisangor Sazerkov versus DeJordan Santos. In the featherweight, Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. And from the middleweight division, Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. All right. No fuck-ups there. Preliminary card on Paramount Plus and CBS. From the lightweight, we got Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. From the lightweight, Grant Dawson versus Maituez Rebecki. From the welterweight, Joel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amazov. And from the middleweight, Atiba Goche versus Osman Diaz. Now, let's pick the main card here. The show kicks off with the lightweight division, King Green versus Jeremy Stevens. Let's see, we got Cali Boy. Stephen King Green is 34-17. And his Jeremy Stevens, who is also from America himself, 29-22. Ooh, this is gonna be. This one's. I'm pretty sure King Green's probably gonna be the favorite. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Jeremy Stevens. I got Jeremy Stevens winning that one. Welterweight class, we got Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Sean Brady, I think he's a badass right here. I think it's no hesitation here. He's 18-2. He's got a great record in the octagon. Joaquin Buckley, he's 21-7. That's not a bad record either. But I'm going with Sean Brady. I think I like his chances here. Heavyweight division, we got Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Volkov is 39-11. He's from Moscow. Waldo he's from the Dominican Republic, but he's fighting out of the U.S. He's 17-2. So I'm gonna go with I'm going with that guy. I'm going with Cortez. Oh, I thought my shit froze for a second. I need to wrap this up before something fucking bad happens. All right, co-main event. This fight was supposed to happen at the last fight at 327. We were supposed to get a double title fight. We were supposed to get for the flyweight championship Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. But Champ suffered an injury, but now he's cleared to compete. He's going to defend the title in this one in the co-main event. Josh Van, 16-2, taking on Tatsuro Taira, who is 18-1. Oh, God, this is going to be a good fight. Shocked this ain't the main event, but you'll hear why. I'm going with the champ to retain. I'm going with Joshua Van to retain the flyweight championship. And in the main event for the UFC middleweight championship, Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Holy shit. Chimaev is 15-0. He's undefeated. He's probably going to be the favorite. But Sean, 30-7. Man, I think we're going to get a shocker here. I'm going with Sean Strickland. I'm going with Sean to win the UFC middleweight title. Put an American holding that belt. And that's going to wrap up that talk. Now, I know coming up, UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. It's coming up. I was supposed to post a picture of that awesome belt that President Trump posted earlier. I'm gonna pop it up in the near future, and I'm gonna show you like a little cool shot, a cool prime example of how the grounds is gonna look at the White House for that pay-per-view. I'm so fucking excited about it. I actually said I was gonna do a watch along for it, and I'm sticking to it. I know a lot of people were bitching about only who can attend the show. Like Dana White went on the air and announced that it's going to be like more of a private event. It's only going to be for like personnel close to the president, military personnel, special celebrities, especially the ones that support Trump. And ticket prices I saw were going crazy and people were bitching about it. First off, the ones bitching that they can't attend this as a fan and whatnot.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
You don't need to be over there. You can't trust anybody these days. I wouldn't want your funky ass in the White House grounds. You saw what happened a couple weeks ago when they had the dinner. Anything's capable of happening like that again, and we don't want that shit. It should be only for military personnel and people that are close to the president that we can trust, that don't have a problem with him. But at least you get a chance to see it in D.C. They're supposed to have like a big viewing party of it. You're lucky enough you can be able to watch it there. But I'm going to host a watch-along for it, along with Drive to the Top Productions. I'm going to host a watch-along for Freedom 250 if you want to hop in and we can hang out for 3 hours, talk shit, watch the fights from the White House. It's going to be a fun night. It's June 14th on Trump's birthday. We're going to do the watch-along. So I'll be looking forward to that. One more thing before I go. It's Mother's Day weekend. I want to give a big shout-out to all the wonderful mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to you all, whether you've been a mom for so long or you're just became a mom. Congrats to y'all. And also for the moms that have lost someone or if you've lost a mother recently, my prayers and condolences go to you guys, especially the ones that were moms that maybe lost a child and no longer have them to care. You'll forever be a mother. And I know you may have been a wonderful one too. So big happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there. We love you moms. Y'all are the best. Y'all have carried, especially my mom. Big shout out to my mom. She carried my fucking dumb ass for 9 months inside of her. And 37 years made a legend in the making. So thank you, Mom. Happy early Mother's Day to you. I love you so much. And I'm going to see you this weekend with everyone else. So happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. Hope you all enjoy y'all's wonderful weekend. Hopefully the weather don't ruin y'all's days, whether y'all going to be outdoors, want barbecuing, or whatever y'all choose to do. Thank you to all the love and support. God bless you, every single one of you. God bless America. Peace, love. I'm out. I will catch you guys again next Tuesday, May 12th, 9 p.m. right here on Drive to the Top Productions, and Dirty South Entertainment is this yours truly. Thank you. Peace, love. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.